Welcome to Mainland, your local regional television station. I'm Graham O'Brien, and some of the stories coming up in today's news. Boaties be warned, council calls out to developers, kids decorate hospital, and more. A dramatic scene emerged Wednesday afternoon for one of our staff as they came across the scene of two separate but related accidents. Police closed State Highway 60 along the coastal highway, setting up roadblocks with the assistance of Downer Road construction crews to divert all traffic via the Mutri Highway after a three-car crash on the coastal highway at the intersection of Westdale and Maisie Roads. The crash occurred around 1:30 p.m. Wednesday. Two of the vehicles involved were heading west on State Highway 60 and one was heading east. One vehicle had stopped to turn right into Westdale Road when it was hit from behind by a following vehicle, causing the impact to shunt it into the path of an oncoming car. Information is that the injuries sustained in the crash weren't serious, with only one ambulance attending. In the ensuing aftermath of the crash, a truck travelling on the coastal highway from Nelson towards Motueka came around the blind corner heading towards the Westdale Road intersection, only to find a line of traffic stopped, causing his truck to flip when he took evasive action. The driver was uninjured. This windy stretch of the coastal highway has come to Mainland's attention before with its blind corners in the past. This was after road crews working on the road had failed to adequately place signage, warning of an impending stop, causing traffic potentially travelling around the speeds of 100 km an hour to slam on their brakes, barely avoiding collision. Mainland have since approached LTNZ about concerns regarding lack of visibility on these winding corners and whether there can be something done to address the visibility issue for road users on this short piece of windy road. The Nelson SPCA is on a mission and you can be part of it. Chrissy Small went to the Nelson SPCA and spoke to manager Donna Wazell about how people can show their support.
So this Saturday down at the SPCA we're having a bit of a jumble sale. So we've got lots of items that people have donated to us and we're going to have them out set up in the car park out here at the SPCA. So we're really encouraging people to come up and find a bargain. There's going to be some new and some used stuff, so hopefully there's going to be a variety for things for everybody. We're also having a bit of a sausage sizzle and there'll be refreshments available, so come and check it out at the SPCA. So it's an opportunity for new people that haven't been up to the SPCA to have a call and a visit and come and see our animals too. So we've got lots of adult cats here at the moment up for adoption, and they're all out the front here looking for homes, and there's some really sweet adult cats here at the moment, and we're really hoping that they find homes before the kittens start to arrive, which is probably later next week. We've also got quite a few dogs up for adoption at the moment, and we've got some adults, no puppies just at the moment, although we are probably expecting some later in this afternoon, so you just never know what's going to be here on the day. We've also got some rabbits and some small animals for people to come and see too, so do come and check it out. Somebody's found a little piglet down the Sounds. She is only probably a couple of days old and she's absolutely gorgeous. You can check out photos of her on Facebook. She's absolutely adorable. Yeah, we are going to be looking for a wee home for her. She is a feral little pig, so I'm not sure how big she's going to get, but I suspect that it'll be quite reasonable. But yeah, absolutely adorable, being bottle fed at the moment, and very sweet.
Right, and so so this is coming up a busy time of year, so fundraising is really important. So what kind of things can people see at this bric-a-brac?
We've got loads of stuff. We've got lots of clothing, we've got some furniture, we've got a bike. We've got lots of stuff, a few electrical items which we've had tested, which is really good, so they're all nice and safe. And there's going to be some new stuff too, which I believe a lady's bringing in tomorrow, so you just don't know what you're going to find. Hopefully it's going to be pretty exciting.
Right, and of course you're on a busy main road here, so people need to be careful turning in and coming out of the driveway, is that right? Absolutely.
If you can just be careful when you're crossing that main road, or otherwise go up to the Caltex, turn around and turn into the driveway, so it's a lot safer.
Calling all developers, Nelson City Council is keen to hear from any who are interested in creating a special housing area. The Housing Accord and Special Housing Areas Act is to be repealed in 2016, so there is a small window of opportunity for any areas or sites to be identified as special housing areas. I spoke to Mayor Rachel Reese about this latest development on housing development. Mayor, there's a new initiative coming up in 2016 called Special Housing Areas. Can you give us a little bit more information about that, please?
Yes, sure, Graham. Look, last year the Minister of Housing included Nelson in the Special Housing Area legislation, and our council entered into a housing accord with the Minister. This is an initiative that is designed to help increase our housing supply. And in Nelson, we've already had several landowners come to us saying they'd be interested in being considered as special housing areas. I do want to say to people, there isn't a price point as it was set for Auckland. So in our case, there isn't a price point that says your houses must be below $400,000. It's not set around that. It's around supply, and it's also what we're interested in is around choice. So if you're looking to develop perhaps in smaller housing, some comprehensive housing, we really do want to hear from you. And if there's anyone out there who's got some buildings in the inner city that they're thinking about adding some residential component to it, then now's the time to come and talk to us, because you may be able to be included in the special housing area process.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So this is making our housing a bit more denser and getting more people in the area that we have to use.
Well, that's one of Nelson City's goals. So we've looked at those opportunities around redeveloping some of the parts of the city with more intensive housing, with different choices. So looking at, looking out my window in the inner city, saying, well, what's happening on those first floors above shops? Is there an opportunity there for some residential living? And I think that's something we've got to be conscious of, because households are getting smaller. The way people live is different. People like being close to facilities, and that's great for a thriving CBD and good for transport options too.
More information on the Housing Accord or special housing areas is available on the council website. A warning is out for boaties that they could now face fines for not heeding the law. However, Harbour Master Dave Duncan would rather reward those doing the right thing. I spoke with Dave to find out more. Dave, there's a new law coming out for Christmas, a Christmas present for boaties. They might not think so. It gives the Harbour Master a bit more teeth out there on the water. Can you tell us a bit more and inform the boaties for this Christmas, please?
Yeah, no, and thanks for the opportunity, because what it really does mean is that the Harbour Master's staff, the Nelson City Council people, have the authority now to infringe someone who really is flagrantly or blatantly reckless out there and endangering the lives of others. The irresponsible skipper that doesn't have life jackets for his people on board, the irresponsible boatie that allows his passengers to do stupid things like bow riding, for instance, people who go jet skiing and they tow a water skier without a lookout. All of those things are things that we see are dangerous for the participants, have been proven in the past to lead toward accidents. So we're pretty keen to ensure, firstly, that the education is out there, and that's why we appreciate this opportunity, because we do believe a lot in education. We put a lot of time and effort into it, and I'd have to say that in the last sort of 5 years that I've been here, we've seen a huge improvement in the behaviour of people on the water, and people coming from out of town coming to enjoy the Nelson region. We're very grateful for that, but we still see, despite all of the effort we put in, the idiot, and it's the idiot that we want to just look. If you won't learn, if you won't be educated, we've got the ability now to hit you in the back pocket, and that's going to hurt. And so hopefully that'll help the education process.
And is it a graduation of fines, of level of fines, or is it just a flat rate?
No, the fines are structured, but they, you get fined once for one thing. It's not going to be 3 times the amount the next time you do it. But what can change is you can get a fine for not carrying a life jacket. You can get then another fine for not carrying a life jacket fit for purpose. Yeah. And then the second time you're caught, you can get a fine for endangering or potentially endangering the passengers on board, and those fines are very different in size, and so they do ramp up. If we continue to find that somebody's not going to be educated, the damage to the back pocket could just get worse and worse. And that's just, we don't want to go there, and we know that the boaties don't normally want to go there, so we're all about education.
Is it like in the car where the driver is responsible for his passengers to wear a seatbelt, so the fine is, or now the fine is actually given to the passengers if they're over the legal age? Is that the same for this law?
No, look, the skipper's responsible. The skipper's responsible for everything. He's responsible for the safety of his passengers. He's responsible for the behaviour of his passengers. And he's really held accountable under the law now. And that's the way it should be, because he is the last safety resort for people that are going with him. And so if he's going out there and endangering lives, then I'm sure they would want us to be down there and educating, and if he's not going to be educated, then let's use some heavier sticks.
Sure. And like the police are targeting speeding over the Christmas period, is there a personal gripe that you'd like to see less of?
Well, that's always a great question. What we've seen is a huge improvement in the people carrying life jackets, and so we very rarely come across someone now without one. What we'd like to see, of course, is them wearing them, but that's another step. The speed in the marina is the main thing for us. That when you go speeding through that marina, you endanger not only yourselves but other people in small craft, and also the people who live on their vessels. And they're not expecting a big wave to come past and rock their homes. So people can get burnt, people can have accidents that it wasn't the intention, but it's the consequence. And so, we're just really going to target that speed, just like the police.
Dave, you're talking about enforcement and basically using the stick. Are there any carrots to make people behave and do the right thing?
Oh yeah, well look, thanks to NPD. I mean, we're able to pull up down to your boat. The harbour master staff are really enjoying this. We'll pull up alongside. We'll ask if you've got a list of 12 safety items, and we'll tick them off, and if you've got the majority of those safety items on your vessel, we're really pleased to be able to give you a 12 cents a litre voucher discount on your next fill up for that, so up to a maximum of 200 litres. So for your boat, that can be quite a saving, and NPD and Nelson City Council have got behind that. And that's been well received, and not only that, for the kayakers and paddle boarders, if again you're out there and you've got your flotation belt on or you've got a life jacket with you, then the harbour master staff just might pull up alongside and reward you with a coffee voucher, compliments of the hire paddle board place in Tahunanui. So we think those are great little incentives. We're very grateful for the people involved in them, and they are all part of the education process.
That's fantastic. Maybe the police should take a leaf out of your book, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, maybe the police could, but every time I got pulled up, I could, a cup of coffee or a discount voucher for speeding. I just don't see that happening.
Well, you could get one for not speeding.
Yeah, if I got one for not speeding, and the police have run a campaign like that before. So we took a bit of a leaf out of it, because I remember a few years ago they used to stop people and give them a bit of a merit and a talk up for behaviour, good road safety. So we'll try and do the same thing on the water.
The arrival of the annual Christmas tree at Nelson Hospital took place on Thursday this week. This year it was the turn of pupils from Clifton Terrace School to decorate the tree, helping to bring in the spirit of Christmas for those who will be passing in and out of the hospital's main entrance. After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
Are you looking for a scooter, walker, wheelchair, baby seats or pushchairs? Then come in and see the Nelson Region Specialist at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library. We have a huge selection of scooters, walkers, wheelchairs and accessories, along with a free booklet guide. We also provide a breakdown service if you ever get a puncture or a flat battery. We have fully equipped service vans to rescue you. Hi, I'm Robin Jordan, and I invite you to call in and see the friendly team at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library.
Welcome me hearties to Smuggler's Pub and Cafe, famous for hearty meals, craft ales and a friendly service way. Sensational seasonal menus with meals all day and evening too, or sail in for a snack with special menus for young smugglers and you. Settle in for a jolly old time, relax and enjoy our award-winning dining and lovely fine wine. Decked out in an old worldly way, we're open 7 days. Book or come on in to 8 Muritai Street, not far from a beach walk or swim. Phone 546408.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
Nelson Tire Center, great prices, great service. Buy your own Bryford trailer, all types, all sizes. See Colin Douglas for your tires and batteries.
Sit and Be Fit is on at the Victory Community Centre Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. at the Victory Community Church, 238 Upper Vanguard Street. School terms only. Fun while you get fitter, work at your level.
Victory 60 Plus is on Tuesdays at 1:30 through to 3:30 p.m. at 238 Upper Vanguard Street. You can join in for cards, games and a cuppa.
On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
Welcome to Smugglers Pub and Cafe, open 7 days a week with free parking all day. Our lunch menus have that fat old-fashioned flavour where we treat you like treasure with the food you'll savour.
We cater for children, grannies and granddads too, with special rates and privileges given to the elderly lunchtime crew. Our staff are friendly and kind and want to see you all come back time after time.
Daytime or evening, it doesn't matter. Give us a call on 546 4084 and we'll be happy to spoil ya.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Here at Yes Shop, we love the word yes.
Yes.
We say yes to kitchenware. We say yes to beauty. We say yes to homewares. We say yes to fashion. We say yes to electronics.
Yes to Philips. Yes to Dell. Yes to Apple.
Happy Cool, Glad, Goldia, Huron and thousands of other products in our store.
Yes!
Say yes to TV shopping that's all about fun, made right here in New Zealand with Kiwi presenters like me.
Yes! Say yes to the ultimate service.
With dedicated presenters taking the product out of the box and showing you how it works.
And what it can do for you. Say yes to our international buying power. That lets us bring you the best bundles at the best bargains.
All from the comfort of your own home.
24 hours a day.
So what are you waiting for?
There's nothing quite like it.
Come with me.
Say yes to Yes Shop.
Yes!
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Lock your Soyuz hatch and put your helmet on. 10. Ground control to Major Tom. 7, 6. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3, 2. Detach from station and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. But it's time to guide the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I've left forevermore, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way, and the stars look very different today. For here am I sitting in a tin can,
upon his face. And here today they seal their love in the beauty of this place. He'll be her dream maker as he takes her by the hand. He'll be her dream maker to walk on golden sands with a love for each other that's just begun under Pacific sun. My, our time has flown. It does when you're having fun, and she can feel love's warmth beaming on her like the sun. Tomorrow she'll walk through the door, beautiful, all dressed in creamy white, and he will hold her close in his heart and his arms tonight. He'll be her dream maker as he takes her by the hand. He'll be her dream maker to walk on golden sands with a love for each other has just begun under Pacific sun. He'll be her dream maker as he takes her by the hand. He'll be her dream maker to walk on golden sands with a love for each other that's just begun under Pacific sun. Dream maker 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 under Pacific sun. Dream maker.
Nelson Tire Center. Great prices, great service. Buy your own Bryford trailer. All types, all sizes. See Colin Douglas for your tires and batteries.